important. So this is the new year, ready to unlock growth, we'll unlock our purpose, ready to unlock the doors that we've kept shut for too long. So I have my ebook called Unlock Your Purpose. As I've told you guys, it is available in my bio, and this is it on here. This is just like the draft version, I would say. And that's one thing I want to encourage you guys on. It has simple steps, strategies, and actionable steps that you can take to transform and unlock your purpose. Obviously, this is a journey. Don't think you'll read this and you'll be where you are and want to be. It is a step-by-step process. And the first thing is making sure you understand why purpose is so important. It is so important to have purpose because for living a fulfilling life. Sometimes when you're not doing the thing that you were created to do, which is what purpose is, you feel lost. You feel like you're just doing the mundane, you just kind of, this is what it is, kind of just live day to day like this. But when you live a fulfilled life, when you live in purpose, you're living a fulfilled life because you feel like you're doing the very thing that you were born to do. And when you're doing the thing that you were born to do, you're enjoying it, you're loving it. That could be a business, that could be, owning your own company, that being an entrepreneur, that could be setting up an organization, a charity, all these things. Someone's purpose, could be someone's feeling fulfilled in life. There's some people that want to help people, whether that's in medication, in healthcare, in schooling, in education, in entrepreneurship. There's people that feel fulfilled in helping people. And for me, I found that when I realized that I have an encouraging spirit. My spirit is to encourage. And I think sometimes getting to that point of understanding what your purpose is can be very difficult. But once you understand there's a thing that naturally comes to you, where there's something just naturally flows out of you that God has given you. And I'd say I have a spirit of encouraging. I see the beauty in the things that someone doesn't always see, the goodness in that thing. And I grabbed that and I was like, I love that boldness, because that's something I'd love to have, like where you just you have such a love and a outpouring of the gratitude for God that you just want to continuously speak about him. And I was like, I love that boldness and that courage that she has. And that's, I think, sometimes something I kind of maybe diminished when I was younger. I just kind of like, oh, whatever. Like I used to just say, I like to compliment people. Like I'd say, oh, you've got a lovely smile. Oh, I love what you're wearing. And I guess that was the surface level of it. And I think maybe the Holy Spirit has been slowly trying to be like, yeah, that's surface level where you started and began, where you enjoyed giving compliments or encouraging other people in small ways. And maybe that's why I had to create Transform with CTT, because that was where the Holy Spirit was like, I now need you to step it up a bit further. I need you to, instead of just speaking the surface level things, and I need you to go a bit deeper with it. And it's so funny how I have not written this out in terms of scripting this, and the words are just kind of flowing through. And I think it's maybe God wanting me to say this for myself more than anything, which I'm grateful for. Thank you, Holy Spirit. But purpose is so important to fulfill for a fulfilling life. And I think sometimes until you start doing that, life just feels empty. And that's the only way I can say it. Like you're living through the hustle and bustle of life. You're just going through the motions. You're just getting through it. Like, yeah, it is what it is. This is how life's going to be. And it shouldn't be like that. And I think when I got to that point of just the end of myself, where I was like, I thought career was what I wanted to be. I thought career was my purpose, but it wasn't. Career wasn't my actual purpose. I'm gonna list a few. I'm gonna let you know a few things why fulfilling your purpose is important. You have a sense of direction. When you have purpose, there's a sense of direction. You know where you want to go. There's a goal in mind. You're not just going through life like this, like looking here, oh, maybe I should try this, oh, maybe I should try that, oh, maybe I should go there, oh, maybe I should do that. You have this direction of like, I want to do this. I have a business that I want to start this business. This is the goal. I want to get this profit. I want to, by this year, I want to have, created other jobs for other people, employed other people. You have a set direction. With purpose, you have an increased motivation. Like people always say with business, they work more than a 9 to 5, yet their motivation doesn't seem to deplete. They get tired, but that motivation of continuing to be like, oh, I need to do more. And I can say this from experience, because I have a business, and though I get tired, the motivation doesn't seem to just diminish. It's almost like, oh, I'm tired, but oh, there's this idea I want to start. Oh, there's this thing I want to do. Oh, there's this thing I want to. There's constantly this motivation, like this flow, this continuous wanting to do more, just to be like, because you have that passion and you have that love for that thing. It's not just like I'm dreading doing it. It's enhanced resilience. You will have resilience almost because it's easier for you to kind of come back from setbacks. You can bounce back through setbacks because you have that enhanced resilience. I can say this again, once again, with my business. Even sometimes when I'm like with Transformers Heater, like I just kind of like, oh, I can't bother anymore. What's the point? I'm like, no, I can't stop. You have this almost like just because it might not be looking the way I want it to, you still have that passion. And even when you do have setbacks, you're almost like, okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Same thing, I guess, within business. Same thing when you're trying to accomplish something and build something. You can have setbacks, but when you have you have the purpose. It's almost like I cannot give up on this because this is greater than me. This is gonna continue after me. You want this to continue after you. You want this to be a legacy for your children or for your family. The other thing I will say is improved mental health. Your mental health will just be more have a positive mindset. You're less likely to be anxious or depressed in situation. You almost have like that feeling of like, I'm living out what I was created to do. There's that fulfillment in that. And one thing with having purpose, it does align you with different people. It encourages strong relationships within either your circle, your friendship groups, people that you work with, people that you connect with. Within that purpose, it allows you to actually push through. Like this year, who would have known that in a podcast with Zodia Hall. She is great at, she's a great speaker. She talks about leadership. She encourages leaders. She also talks about the workplace. Leaders in the workplace need to obviously listen to the staff members, how they can become better leaders. She also does a conflict resolution course, which is great, that I did start doing. Definitely recommend her. I will leave all her links below. I did not think I was going to do that last year, but I did. And that was something out of my comfort zone. I would never have thought I would be doing like a podcast interview with someone like her. Such a beautiful soul, all these things, but because of purpose, I was able to align with someone that I probably would never have met in, everyday life. She lives all the way in London somewhere. I'm here in the north. I wouldn't have thought it. But because when there's purpose, two people with purpose or multiple people with purpose, there's a drawing personal growth within that. When you're having purpose, there's always been personal growth. I can, once again, the only person I can speak from is experiences for myself at the current moment, but the one thing I've realized is my personal growth in not in every area, but in terms of just certain things, prioritizing my health, being more intentional about that, being more intentional about journaling, even though I, fall off sometimes. I know the importance of it for my health now, because my mental health, especially because when I don't do that, I feel like there's just a flood of emotions and thoughts that sometimes just need to be blurted out on a page. Once I blurt them out, I do a prayer journal too. I allow myself to be like, I'm like, oh, you know what, life isn't that bad, life is okay. The growth in terms of just my confidence. 2 years ago, I was not doing this. I was literally like, what am I doing? I'm not confident, I can't do this. But the confidence that I've gained through just living out my purpose, having the confidence to start editing in a certain way, changing the way I do things, changing my set out, changing just different things. Like I've had the confidence to actually develop and grow. And I think for a long time I'd just become stagnant, just thinking, oh, this is the way it is, I'm just gonna leave it as it is. And I think that's one thing I'm grateful for, that I've been able to be more, to just grow in different areas of my life and push myself as well. Of accomplishment and fulfillment within it. There's no words that can describe it. It's just a feeling full, almost being like I'm where I'm meant to be. And I guess it speaks volumes for what purpose is. It's being doing what you were created for. It's almost like just fitting into a puzzle, perfect piece of a puzzle, because you're doing exactly what you were created to do. Before I finish off, these are some of the steps I was just letting you know why having a purpose is important. Because I do think sometimes people are like, oh well, it's fine, I don't need to have one, but I do think it's a fundamental thing to have and to appreciate. Having a purpose is not just like a self-improvement task. It's not just like oh, let me just tick it off so I can have a self-improvement moment. No, it's more than that. It is a very fundamental aspect for a meaningful life, for a meaningful existence. I do think since finding my purpose, I have grown in so many ways that I never thought I would have. I've had to gain courage, strength, I've actually pushed myself. I've allowed myself to grow, challenge myself in more ways than I would have thought. And that's all through because I started living in my purpose. And finding your purpose can be a difficult thing, but I always say it's usually something that flows out of you. It's an easy thing to do. It's a thing that it comes naturally. Sometimes that's being a leader, like leading. You see a problem, you can fix it. You see challenges, you can fix it. That could be something within your purpose. Sometimes it's something you just enjoy doing, being creative, crafty, artsy, painting. That could be painting. It can be so many different things. And I think at times it is difficult, but it is difficult to find your purpose, because I think for a long time I didn't know what purpose was, because I'm not good at anything. I'm not good at anything, and I think that's what held me back for a long time. I thought I had to be good at something specific, and I think in my eyes I thought I had to be good at something specifically with my hands or mind. You know, like have like some sort of academic smartness, and that's obviously a great thing for someone to have. Also, that could be someone's purpose, you know, education. But I do feel like purpose is something that gives. It doesn't always just take. Purpose is almost something that's constantly giving towards. It's adding to someone's life, you know, increasing in a positive and in a way that benefits the person. So I'd like to, you know, let me know below, guys, what you think of this video. I hope it's encouraged you in this new year to start looking into your purpose, find your purpose, especially now that you know the importance of purpose. I can always do another video letting you know how to find your purpose. I do have my ebook if you'd like to gain more information, and also have a course if you'd like to join that too. But in the meantime, there's always videos on YouTube here that you can listen to for more motivation and encouragement for yourself. Thank you so much, guys, for watching,